First leg is Dave to throw first. Game on.
5 unseeded players left in the tournament at the moment. Justin Pipe is one of them. And after 10 weekends of Euro Tour action, this is
81.
the final day. All good things must come to an end. It happened to the Sopranos. It happened to the Sainsbury's £3 meal deal. And thus the Euro Tour of 2016 reaches its dramatic climax.
41.
Now, both men here had convincing wins yesterday. Chizzy is a seeded player, number 3 seed. 2-time finalist on the Euro Tour this year. Oh, look at that. Ah, the green square. We don't know what that means.
Re-emerges for the first time on the European Tour this year. Haven't seen it since Dusseldorf 2 years ago.
It's a Euro Tour debut for the big green square of graphical doom. Stats Dwarf has just told us it's repellent for flies. We have had issues with insects here at the HappyBet German Darts Championship this weekend. It's working.
As you say, both emphatic winners yesterday. Justin Pipe beating Simon Whitlock 6-1, although he averaged only 87.49, the lowest of Saturday's winners.
However, finishing was very
very good indeed. Pipe also had to survive a match start in his opening match against Mickey Mansell as well, in a 6-5 win. But here he is, in the business end of proceedings. Chisnall looking to get to the business end of this leg, and he's down to a finish of 50.
Well, Pipe hit 5 180s against Mickey Mansell. Admittedly, it was an 11-leg game, but he was firing in the maximums, and there's a couple of big trebles.
132.
And then his finishing was superb. Every time he got out under 100 against Whitlock, he took it out. Unreal. Double 16 for Dave Chisnall.
Final Dart King.
Game shot on the
He
first
was yesterday.
leg. Dave Chisnall. Second leg is Justin to throw
But it's
first.
Chizzy who
Game on.
takes the first leg fairly comfortably as well. Chizzy, a winner here 3 years ago in Hildesheim in the German Darts Championship. Happy memories for him.
Justin, of course, made the final the following year.
81.
Yeah, he was beaten by Gary Anderson.
Yeah, and he lost to Gary last year as well in the last 8.
It's 3 Euro Tour finals that Justin's had. He won the first one, the very first one when we created the Euro Tour as it is. We've had a slight
60.
modification because that's when we had 64 in the field. Now we're down to 48. But he won that one in Austria. And then, of course, he made the final of this one a couple of years ago, and he made a final in Venray last year. So he has had quite a lot of success. You know, he had a final in 3 of the last 4 years. Hasn't had one this year, but maybe he could today. Winner with this faces either Terry the Ball Jenkins, number 11 seed, or the unseeded Mark Webster, who still has a sniff of a chance of making a European Championship in Hasselt.
Yeah, needs to get to the final. It's a tall order.
180.
And there's Chizzy rattling in a 180. He hit 3 yesterday. 141 180s over the first 2 days. That's one every 2 legs on average, and if that's maintained, we could be on for 200. The record, I think, 207, I'm reliably informed.
95.
In Munich.
Well, certainly this man is quite capable of firing in 20 on his own over the course of the day if he goes all the way to the final.
100.
Yeah, the leader in that particular market at the moment, Steve West with 11. David Pallett with 10.
Yeah.
Kevin Painter, I think, has had 7 as well. He's no longer here, though.
I don't think he wants to leave himself 5 here, Justin.
What a great moment that was.
65 left, so it should be 25, but he's gone...
122.
Well, he's gone for the 15s, and he's missed a big number anyway. So it might actually cost him a dart at a double there. We shall see if he comes back to the board. And he will.
So after all that...
134. Justin requires 63.
That he did.
Anyway, Pipe here. Sat on 63, double 6.
Game shot the second leg. Justin Pipe. Third leg, he stayed to throw first. Game on.
Well, in the end, it didn't matter about that dart in the 2. It didn't cost him a dart at a double. He hit the treble and straight into the double 6. And Justin Pipe's finishing
140
against Simon Whitlock has been just resumed at the start of this game. One apiece, a brace of 14 darters.
Justin Pipe and his ever-growing German fan base
45.
doesn't like that. Easy to understand why. Chizzy and Goodnick at the moment are World Grand Prix semi-finalists last week. 6-0 yesterday against Peter Hudson.
99.
Yeah, didn't give Peter Hudson a chance. Didn't give him a look in. 102.5 average. What was the highest checkout of the weekend at 126 at the time? 42% in his doubles.
58.
Good darts. Win tournaments and that sort of stuff.
Is it Darren Johnson who's got the highest? 160 yesterday
Yes.
against Mensur in that 6-1 defeats.
Seen some monstrous
56.
averages this weekend already. 110 from Steve West nearly, 114 nearly from Peter Snakebite Wright. This was the venue, of course, where last year in the final, back at the start of the year, it was the first Euro Tour event of the year, where Michael van Gerwen averaged nearly 118, a European Tour record,
140.
as he beat Gary Anderson in the final. And MVG will be the final match on in this afternoon session as he takes on Daryl Gurney.
100.
It's the other half of the draw.
Yeah, and Peter Wright had a first 3-dart average yesterday of 143. That's the highest of the weekend so far.
That is quite good.
Power scoring from the off from Snakebite, who's adopted a more colourful hairstyle for us today, so it was a bit subdued yesterday. So
94.
normal service is
David
resumed.
Carr,
I had the pleasure of
106.
Peter's company on the way here, along with Mensur and Daryl Gurney. I was sandwiched in between the three of them. Very cosy. Elmar Polka was in there as well.
86. Justin Carr,
Just a little short of the double
164.
top from Dave Chisnall, and Pipe is looking at a massive one. It would be the biggest one we've seen this weekend.
And he's a long way off that treble 20 bet. Little wonder he's looking at it in such a curious way.
94. David Carr, 20.
And the oohs and ahs getting louder here.
Game shot in the third leg. Dave Chisnall. Fourth leg is Justin to throw first. Game on.
Well, it's 3 holds of throw we've had here. We could see, you know, it's all up in the air with 5 unseeded players still in the running at the start of the final day of Euro Tour action. We could see, you know, a unique
100.
looking semi-final lineup by the time we get to this evening. I mean, theoretically, it could be Dave Pallett, Steve West, Cristo Reyes, Mark Webster, or Justin Pipe. You know, we could have, but it could be the usual
93.
suspects. It could be Michael van Gerwen, Kim Huybrechts, Peter Wright, Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, 3 of those unseeded players in the top half. Pipe, Reyes and Webster. Reyes, I think, has got a pretty good record against Yellow Klassen as well. We'll talk about that nearer the time. Back to the here and now.
140.
Justin Pipe.
Well, you want to have a look at the record between these two because Dave Chisnall absolutely bosses these encounters.
13-2, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it is. Good guess.
Yeah.
140.
Now, one of those wins for Justin Pipe came back in February at the UK Open qualifiers when he walloped him 6-0. But the only other one was 5 years ago in Wigan. So 2011, he won it 6-3 in a quarter-final. He actually went on to make the final, lost to Taylor. That was just after he'd won his first
100.
PDC title, Justin Pipe. That was a real purple patch for him. He's won 6 PDC titles in all, including that European Tour title in Austria in 2012. And that's when Justin Pipe was really, you know, he's Players Player of the Year in 2012. That was when he was really
86.
terrorising PDC darts.
Justin Carr, 161.
If he wins today, it'll be a 4th quarter-final in his last 6 events. And, all right, he's not playing quite as well as he was back in those days where he was winning titles on a regular basis. I mean, he was #1 seed for the Players' Championship finals one year. But if this is a sign that he's getting back to his form, then he can be a genuine contender. I say, 3 Euro Tour finals is not to be sniffed at.
Absolutely. Yeah, 3 recent quarter-final appearances in the Players' Championship. Their most recent meeting, these two in Europe, was last year in Mulheim in the European Trophy. And it was Chizzy who came out on top that day as well by 6-2.
Can still do this, Pipe. Double 18 he wants for 2-2. Oh, just misses outside.
Dave, you require 88.
So Chisnall may only get a dart at the bullseye. '18s now. It is the ball.
63. Justin, you require 36.
No 18s again for Pipe here.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
And the crowd acknowledges it. 2 apiece. On we go.
Game on.
Absolutely packed to the rafters again inside Halle 39 today. Queuing round the block when we arrived earlier. And that's the reason why darts like that. Chizzy kicking off the 5th leg with a maximum.
One of, if not the biggest 180 hitter in world darts, Dave Chisnall. Absolutely deadly around the treble 20.
100.
Can he follow it up?
And get us all dreaming. No.
No, of course he can't. Oh, look at this. More trebles. More treble ones, Dave Chisnall. Oh, well, okay.
66.
I thought we'd see a 9 of some variation, but didn't get the 9 darter, just a 9 score.
A loosener from Pipe here.
40.
Chizzy's just built himself a new practice room back at home in the northwest. Got a shed in his garden. Looks very good.
So he's converted his shed into...
Well, he's purpose built.
Oh, so he's started from scratch.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Very good. It's full ocky, nicely done. Got all his kit set up. He wanted a pool table in there, but then he realised he hadn't built it big enough to actually use the cues against the... You've all been in those pubs where you're jammed up against the wall.
140.
So he's got a ping pong table in instead.
55.
Trying to dig shots out like Tony Knowles.
Yeah. Chizzy.
139.
Oh, that's all right for Dave Chisnall. To be honest, it might be even slightly better to have 3 clear darts at double 8 than to be messing around on double 19. He might even have just set it up and left double 16 had he hit the treble, because Justin's not on a finish.
57.
Is there heating and lighting in
Dave,
this
you
shed, by the
require
way?
Oh, yeah.
16.
It's the full works. He's having a bar fitted.
Brilliant.
Proper man cave.
I'd love to go in.
He is very, very proud of it. Ooh. Double 4.
Not proud of this at the moment.
8 scored.
One
Justin
outside, one
Nicol,
inside, and another one just
164.
outside. Piper's already had a look at a 164, and he didn't worry it. He was a long way off the treble 20. That's better.
Closer now.
Treble 18.
Well,
96. Dave, you require 8.
Chizzy swinging the arms at the back of the stage, lining himself up for this assault on double 4.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Dave
And it's
Chisnall.
yet another holder
6
throw.
seconds just in the throw
No
press.
quarter given
Game
so
on.
far in this last 16 encounter.
Well, Chizzy averaging in the high 90s at the minute, but missing a lot of doubles. Justin Pipe averaging in the low to mid 90s, but hitting most of his. And that means that it's a very competitive encounter here.
140.
Justin, his opportunities to break have been massive 3-dart combinations that he's being forced to take out by Dave Chisnall because he is being slightly outscored.
80.
Yeah, trouble 1 again there for Chiz. Yeah, it landed awkwardly, it pitched up and it was a blocker, so that's why he's headed down to the 17s. He's looking at the treble 20 bet again though.
91. 81.
Yeah, the ones are creeping into Chizzy's game now.
This is why Justin Pipe went back up to the 20s, because it left him 270, and he knows a flat ton gets him down to a finish. And with Justin, that's okay, that second dart. Just go over the top of it, build upon it. There you
100.
See. Stack him up.
Yeah. Just work his way up. Chizzy's a player who'd work his way down because his darts stick up like that, and that makes it difficult, which is why he's moved over to the left-hand side. Oh, expertly, though.
100. Justin require 170.
He's had a few goes at the big finishes today, and once more he's unable to find the treble 20 with his first dart.
Oh, I think he changed his mind halfway through that.
83.
He looked to have anyway, but maybe he was in two minds and couldn't find the treble 18 he was after to leave double 18, but 87 left. Chizzy, if he finds a 140, he's on a two-darter. Oh, it needed to be a ton 40,
Justin
really.
require 87.
So 87, Justin Pipe has been pretty good over the course of this weekend at seeing off shots like this. He was flawless against Simon Whitlock yesterday.
Treble 17, double 18 the route, but 70 remaining here, so assuming we'll look at 20s, but he's hit the 5 anyway.
So 65, it'll be 25 at treble 15, you would think.
41.
Skinny 19 isn't the worst thing in the world. It means he gets his pick of doubles on the board to aim at. And he will come back and have a go at it.
And once again, Chizzy straying over.
40. Justin require 46.
Oh, well, he wanted the 14.
Well, I mean, that's a long way inside the 11 bed as well.
So 35, it'll be number 3. And now for double 16. Should have had two darts at this. Only needs the one, though. There you go.
65. Sounded like he's saved to throw first. Game on.
This is very similar to the Mickey Mansell match from the other day. Just in the way it just kept on plodding along. The scoreboard was ticking over.
93.
There were some flashes of good stuff, but
We've not seen any great chance for either man to break the other guy's throw.
that's what I mean. As well, in the Mansell match, it was similar in that respect as well.
You know, at any point, that one of these guys can just go back-to-back 12 darters and pull ahead to a couple of leg advantage. And if that happens, from this point in the game, it becomes very difficult to claw your way back. Though Chisnall not quite hitting the heights of yesterday against Peter Hudson. Not yet, at any rate.
I was just going to say, you just suspect that sooner or later, Chizzy might just ignite and just get going. But
81.
you just wonder when that will be. Maybe when it's 5-all.
That looks good. Yeah, very good.
140.
That first dart, if you're not going to put it in the treble 20, that's exactly where Dave Chisnall wants it, right on the top wire of the treble 20. Oh. Loads of room to the right, absolutely loads. Oh, so frustrating there. A ton 80 would have got him down to the 170.
And it would have given Chizzy something to think about here, but Chizzy with 6 darts from 133.
97.
It's okay, he likes double 18. Both of these guys like double 18, actually. Chizzy doesn't leave it as often as he used to. He's left it here for a potential 13 darter and to go back into the lead with a 7th consecutive hold of throw in this
60.
game. Just the 60. Not enough pressure.
36.
Come on, says Justin Pipe to himself there as he retrieves his darts. Chizzy then double 18.
Game shot on the 7th leg. Dave Chisnall.
7th
Eighth
hold
leg
of throw.
is Justin to throw first. Game on.
Jelle Klaassen has just glided past the commentary area as well. He's involved today against Christo Reyes.
Yeah, third game on. That's the same half of the draw as this game here. Winner of Christo Reyes versus Jelle Klaassen faces either Joe
97.
Cullen. Very entertaining last night. or the number 2 seed, Peter Snakebite.
Yeah, Joe Cullen said he'd never experienced a crowd like it. I mean, took to Twitter last night to talk about his win over the great Robert Allenstein.
The great Robert Allenstein.
Superb Robert Allenstein.
Wow.
Lost the first leg, did Joe, but reeled off the next 6.
And for someone like Joe Cullen, who obviously is looking for a first PDC title, I mean, that's objective 1. He wants to win something. But anybody who goes and wins this, if they're not already in, they will get in the Grand Slam. And that's guaranteed money. Big TV tournament, good for your sponsors, good for you. That's where they want to be. That's why you play darts. You want to play in the biggest tournaments of them all, and the Grand Slam is certainly one of them. Looks a fascinating lineup for the Grand Slam already, particularly with the lads coming over from the BDO.
42.
Glenn Durrant playing for a first time. Chance here for Dave Chisnall to get a first break, and what a time to break it would be. This 8th leg. Justin Pipe needs a ton 40 minimum.
Yeah, it would be a timely break. We've talked about it before, the importance of this 8th leg when it is level pegging or it's been going with the throw. If you can suddenly find the break here, you're effectively throwing for the match with a 5-3 lead, and you're throwing first in that 9th leg.
82.
Yeah, and that first dart, Justin Pipe knew. He knew that he had given Dave Chisnall 6 darts from 189. Has to set this up. Looks like he's going to.
96.
That's okay. Can see it off in 2 darts. May end up using the bullseye route, Dave Chisnall, just to guarantee himself a dart for the leg. Important moment in this game coming up.
95. Dave, you require
Is
93.
that enough from Justin Pipe? Well, he doesn't get
53.
a dart, and Pipe will look at the 127. Now, we've not seen any finish higher than 63 in this game so far, but if Justin Pipe can take out the 127, he could save his bacon, and I'm afraid his goose may be cooked, to mix your foodie metaphors.
75.
Yeah, is there a carrot at the end of the tunnel here for Justin Pipe? We'll find out in due course. It's a whole new kettle of ball games now. 5-3, Dave Chisnall leads.
Game on.
Well, the first break of throw in the 8th leg. Dave Chisnall now throwing for the match. He has the throw in this leg and the decider if it goes that far. But Justin Pipe has been unable to break Dave Chisnall so far in this game. And that means,
140.
well, to win 3 legs on the spin against him, 2 against the throw, it is a tall, tall order. He is averaging, well, it's just dipped below the 90 mark. There you see, 88.5, plays 97. And Justin has still, he's finished well. 75% on his checkouts, but unfortunately, he has not scored well enough to buy himself more opportunities. Against Simon Whitlock, it was enough, but Dave Chisnall has just outscored him, given himself those chances. 38% is not great, it's
51.
average. It's average for these guys in terms of checkouts, but it has been enough for Dave Chisnall. A 17 dart break of throw that. It's a lax leg from Justin Pipe, and it may well end up costing him the game, but he is still in there fighting. And there it is, a first maximum for Justin Pipe. He's not going to go quietly.
And neither is Chizzy.
125.
Squeak from Paul Hinks there.
Oh. Well, Pipe will get down to a finish first here on the Chizzy throw. Needs these 2 breaks, and he's in a good position to do just that here.
100.
100 scored. So Chizzy just needs to get in the frame here.
58. Justin, you require
And he hasn't
81.
really done that.
We've not seen an 11 or 12 darter in this game so far, but Justin Pipe with his back against the wall, double 12. Still double 12.
57.
And it's the
Can't believe it.
127, the 127 that
127.
Pipe couldn't take out.
Yeah, that visit of 58 from Chizzy, though, in his previous visit, that could well count against him here. Let's see. Then again, it might not. 67 remaining. Bullseye he wants here. Oh, would you believe it? Chizzy raffles in the bullseye for a 127 checkout and a 6-3 win.